We'll start a demonstration with the maintenance commenting on engineering drawings about a change that is needed. Our demonstration today will cover the asset lifecycle, and in particular one of the drawings that relates to an asset, a valve in this case. We will start with maintenance executing a work order, and after noticing a deficiency in the documentation, they will request that engineering update the drawing right from within their maintenance management system. Then, engineering will review the request and delegate the drawing changes to a contractor. Once the contractor returns the updated drawings, engineering reviews and approves the drawings. The updated documents now become available to maintenance and the rest of the organization. In this first step of the scenario, maintenance is in the field and notices that a change in the documentation needs to happen. Using the Meridian integration with their CMMS, Maximo in this case, maintenance will comment on the as-built. In this demonstration, we'll use Maximo, but the CMMS integration works with many other systems, such as SAP PM, or Famous, or VX Maintain, or Infor, and others. From the work order screen, or asset screen, maintenance can see a button that allows them to see all the related technical documents. Clicking this button causes Meridian to show all the related and up-to-date technical documents about this asset or work order. The maintenance engineer can now do their work safely in the field. The user can also mark up and comment the documents. This action will automatically notify engineering. Let me now switch to the live software and show you. In the maintenance management system, we're looking at a work order, and this work order relates to a particular asset. As a maintenance worker, we need to have access to the latest approved documentation about this asset. The Meridian integration provides for a button right on the screen that allows users to have access to all the related documents. At a push of a button, users access the latest spec, handbook, inspection reports, and engineering drawings like this P&ID. Workers can now do their job safer and faster. In our scenario, the maintenance worker made a change in the field. They removed an old valve, and they are now going to mark up this P&ID to let engineering know about that field change. We'll go to Comment and zoom into this pump. This is the valve that was removed, so let's redline the drawing to make sure engineering knows exactly which valve we're talking about. Now, let's add a comment to let them know what was done, and also attach a picture that we snapped in the field. This will trigger a notification to a responsible party that can then decide what should happen. Now let's go back to the presentation. So in this first part, we saw maintenance quickly find technical documentation from the work order screen of their CMMS. In addition, they commented on and marked up a drawing. This, in turn, will notify a responsible person in engineering to determine how that comment should be implemented. With that, I'm going to hand the webinar over to Travis, who will continue with the next two sections.
Thanks, Chris. On the engineering side, the engineer will receive a notification email that a comment or red line has been added to the drawing. We're going to review the comment, create a project copy, and send the drawing to a contractor. The notification email can look like this. The content is configurable by you, and in this case, we're including the full path of the document, a thumbnail, current revision, and a few links. Taking a look at the comments, we see that this is a valid point for changing the circuit diagram. Before we can assign the drawing for someone to change, we need to create a project copy first. We assign the new project copy to a particular project in Meridian. Then we will decide which contractor we are sending the drawing to. I'll now quickly demonstrate this process. After reviewing the circuit diagram on the comments and markups, we decided we need to route this document for change. But first, we need to create a project copy. You simply click the drawing. I can right-click or go to Project, select Project Copy. It's going to ask me which project that it goes to. I'm going to select SP1. It's automatically going to file it for me. And we can see it created a new project copy down in the project folder. And if I click the master and project copy icon, I can see I'm now working in a project copy and I have the master. With our new project copy, we're going to send it to the contractor in the portal. So we simply right click, workflow, send to portal. And based on our Meridian portal project, we have our recipients. We're going to select Contractor, include CAD references if there are any. Hit OK. And the drawing and that data went to the portal. To review, we saw an engineer receive a notification, review the comment in Meridian, and create a project copy. After determining that it was a valid request, engineering created a project copy where we delegated some of the work to a contractor. We're going to switch hats now where we'll play the role of Kirk the contractor. The contractor is going to receive a notification about a package that was sent to them. They'll acknowledge it and download it from the Meridian portal. Once the changes are made, the contractor will upload the modified drawing. The contractor receives a notification and can simply click the link in the email to access the transmittal. The contractor acknowledges and downloads the source or rendition of the drawing. At all times, you can view the complete audit history of each document sent to the contractor. Meridian Portal has a built-in compliance check that can automatically validate CAD references when importing. This can eliminate the problem of receiving incomplete reference drawings from your contractors. Jumping back to the software, I will be Kirk the contractor and show it from his point of view. As a contractor, I receive an email notification that a package has been submitted to me. I can simply click the link and log in. We have various ways to log in. I'll use my Google account that I'm already logged into. And it's going to take me to the exact document and package that was sent to me. My first step is to acknowledge it. Now that I've acknowledged it, I can now view the document. View in the PDF rendition. And if I click on the document, I can see the rest of the properties, a source file and a rendition file, and it's for revision. We also have a complete audit history as well. I'll now download the native drawing. And at this point in time, the contractor would then create the edit in the source file and upload the new drawing. So we'll go back and upload a new drawing. We'll now grab the newly changed document. And we realize we're missing some reference files, so we need to add those to the new drawing. And so we'll go and grab our references. And include those, and it's be found 3 of the files. And we can commit these and send these on its way. To review, our contractor received the notification that they received drawings in Meridian Portal. They acknowledged and downloaded the package, made their changes, and uploaded a new revision of the drawing. The next step involves the internal reviewer looking at the recently uploaded contractor drawings in Portal, accept or rejecting them, and sending them into a review workflow. The reviewer will acknowledge they received the drawings, perform a quick compliance check, and accept or reject the drawings. The drawings can then be sent back to Meridian, and the project copy can be updated. So far we have seen how a transmittal gets accomplished, but another kind of contractor process I want to discuss is a review package. This can be used when a large number of incoming documents need to be reviewed by an internal team before responding to a contractor, typically an EPC on larger projects. With review packages, a series of checks or reviews occur on the document. From a document controller performing a non-technical check on the document and its data, such as making sure all documents are accounted for and all metadata has been submitted by the contractor. The package of documents is distributed to the internal reviewers such as project managers, engineers of different disciplines such as structural, electrical, and others, where they can make their comments and markups, and then we'll consolidate the comments at the end. A reviewer will view the newly uploaded contractor drawing and assign a review team to comment and redline. Reviewers can make their comment and markups, and the reviewers can see each other's statuses, who has reviewed and commented. Getting back to the software, I will play the role of a lead reviewer in Meridian Portal and assign drawings to reviewers. We'll start this demonstration by already acknowledging and accepting the drawings from the contractor. So I have my 3 documents here, native and rendition on this particular one. I'm going to hit send, and I'm going to go for review. And I can select the due date. 19th is fine. I'll create a package description. Modification, and we'll add our review team. So we'll add Thomas and Janice. Okay, and we're going to make Janice, she can be optional, Thomas required, and Travis will be the lead. And we'll send this out. Alright, the package has been sent. So we'll now open the package from Thomas Jones, a reviewer, and we'll open up a document. We can see previous comments have been made. I can actually open up the PDF and view it. And see previous comments that have been made. Close out of this. And we can set a response, reviewed, no comments. Okay. If I go back to the package, we can see that document is now green. And we would repeat the same process for each one of these documents. At all times, I can see that Janice has already approved all documents. I am currently pending, and Travis has not yet started yet. To review this process, we acknowledge, check the metadata, accepted the drawings, and sent them through the review process. The reviewers then made their comments and markups on the drawings. Let's now focus back on the engineer at the owner-operator in Meridian. Our engineer now needs to use the master drawing for another project. Meridian supports concurrent engineering, and our engineer can create a second or even more project copies. To demonstrate this process, we will assign the previous drawing to another project, creating 2 project copies. The drawing is updated, reviewed, and issued, and it is then released back as the master revision. Before I demonstrate, I wanted to highlight some key features in Meridian supporting concurrent engineering. While in our document, we show the master and project copies. This allows us to see the relationship between the copy we're working on in one project and the other project copy in another project, which, for example, may be a major capital project that may not finish for months or even years, and how both relate to the current approved as-built. Meridian introduces notifications in this process so that folks in one project will be notified when another project team releases a new copy, and introduces safety checks so that when the project copy is ready to be released, they'll have to merge the geometry first, so no work is lost. When documents are assigned to multiple projects, essentially concurrent engineering, Meridian will require that the released project copies are either merged with the as-built version or marked as superseded. I'll now give a quick demonstration of this process. We'll start this demonstration by looking at a circuit diagram that's currently a master. And if I go down and look at the project copies, I can see it's currently checked out to a project and its current status is unchanged. So I'm going to create a second project copy. Go to Project, Create Project Copy. It's going to ask me for the folder of the project that I'm going to. Bleacher Unit 3. So we see we're at the project copy. We can see the master as well. And so we now need to do route review to get it to the issued state so we can release it back as the master revision. So I right click and we'll start the change. I'll assign it to myself. And you can see the document's currently interchanged, so we're just going to keep routing this. Start the review, again just to myself. As built as the release purpose. Okay, and so we now are in the review state, and if we take a look on the workflow diagram, we can see we're in the review state. So I'm going to go ahead and just approve this to make it the issued state. So right click, workflow, approve. And now we have the drawing. It should be at the issued status. And we're going to go back up to project because now we need to merge this back as a master revision. And so we can require merge. And here's where we can mention if we need to supersede the master or merge. I can just say confirm to merge. And so we'll now go to project, release as master revision because we've done our check. We merged it with the master if we needed to. Release as a master revision. So we're now back into the masters section. I can see the new drawing here. If I go to the revisions, I can see we're now at revision B, and it's currently creating the rendition for us. And if we go and look at the drawing, see here it is. To review, we assigned a drawing to another project, creating two project copies, updated the drawing, and released it back as a master revision, and also explaining the merge rules. I'll hand it back over to Chris to discuss the next item.
Thanks, Travis. To close out our scenario, we'll take the role of maintenance, checking out our work order. We'll take a look at a few ways that users can be actively notified of new and updated designs. We'll take a look at the same work order, and using the integration, the user can now see the updated revision of the design. Let's switch to the software and I'll show you this. So here we are in our maintenance management system, looking at the same work order, and we'll use the same link to launch Meridian and show us the related documents. In this case, we see that we get the same list of documents, but we also get an updated version of this document. We notice the new revision here, and also when we zoom into the pump and the valve we were looking at, the valve is now gone. So we have a new and updated version of our document. You go back to the presentation real quick. In addition, Meridian can send a notification to users that should be aware of new and updated designs. The notification typically includes links so that the user can easily jump to the document and see more details. And lastly, we'll take a look at how users can use the searching capabilities to easily find documents. Let me show you those last two, the notification and the searching. Here's an example of a notification that Meridian can send when new as-builts are released. With a click of a button, the user can jump to the appropriate document and see the related information. For example, here we see the same revision B, and let me make this tab a little bit bigger so we can see more of the drawing. And we can zoom in again and see that this is the very same drawing we were looking at earlier, where the first valve is gone. Now, in addition to the notification and jumping to the record, users also have the ability to search for documents. Let me click here to go to the search capabilities for documents. Here we have a number of fields that your administrator sets up to search by, and let's go ahead and take a look at all of our process documents. Simple search shows us all of the process documents that we have and includes this one that we were looking at earlier. Perfect. Go back to the presentation. Okay. In our demonstration today, we covered the asset lifecycle, and in particular, one of the drawings that relates to an asset, a valve in this case. We started with maintenance, executing a work order, and requested the update of a design from their maintenance management system. Then we saw how engineering reviewed the requests and delegated the drawing changes to the contractor. Once the contractor returned the updated drawings, engineering reviewed and approved those drawings. The updated document is now available to maintenance as well as the rest of the organization. To close the loop, we saw how easily users can see the updated drawing from a notification, from the maintenance system, and from a simple searching. We saw documents being approved in Meridian. In addition to this, Meridian has the ability to electronically sign documents and apply or manifest an electronic signature on the renditions of drawings and documents. In addition, for customers in the life sciences, where FDA 21 CFR Part 11 is a major concern, a full set of features is available to help you comply with the parts that pertain to managing electronic documents, such as authenticated login, which challenges the user with the username and password when signing documents, automated rendering of documents to PDF, and that apply watermarks and print stamps, a full audit trail that tracks who logged in, what document they modified, what data they changed from what value to what value, and automated email notifications on important events. We actually saw this in action earlier a couple of times.